Hello everyone, Brother Fang here, and today we're going to be talking about, is God real? This is for a friend of mine who is dealing with some struggles, and I would like to answer your question the best way I can. Is God real? Many people ask this question as well, but before we go on, I would like to give you the gospel. What we're saved by is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verses 1 through 4, of how Christ died according to the scriptures, and that he was buried and rose again the third day according to the scriptures. That is the gospel that we are saved by. There is no works. It is by grace you are saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It's a gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast. We are saved only by the grace of God, and that is it. It's a free gift. You don't do anything for it. You simply receive it by faith. That's it. All right, on to the topic. Is God real? Many people ask this question. Is God real? The reasons why God is real. I have to tell you that now. And there are many other reasons, but this is some things I typed down. One, creation is a witness of God. I want you to look around and ask a question. How did all the mountains, people, animals, and planets, etc. come to be? Well, let's understand one thing. Everything we see is not made from nothing. You have heard people talk about Ben. So I'm going to use this example of Ben Franklin to help you out a little bit. You have heard people talk about Ben Franklin in history books, yet no one has seen him. No one has met him before. So how can we be sure he was a real person? Simple. The things that was made. Ben Franklin is known for making the lightning rod and other gizmos as well, and each one has his mark on it, his own signature of how he made it, of how he designed the devices and what he felt when making each item, each with its own uniqueness and purpose, all different, yet they all have a mark created by some intelligent, yes, by someone intelligent, yes. The same is with God, for he made the trees and the birds, the planets, the stars, and the heavens above, who makes the sun shine in the day and the moonlight up the night. And the moonlight up the night. When we can't see God, yet Jesus has left us many things to show he is real and watching. God has his mark upon every part of creation, to the smallest atom, to the biggest star. Everything, including you and me, was made by him. Just as an artist has a certain art style of how he or she draws or paints, the style never changes, for what that person makes is clearly seen of who they are and what they feel when making such art. And God is the cosmic artist. There is no difference between God and an artist. God is the cosmic artist. I'm going to get to more of that. And here's a scripture for Romans chapter 1, verse 20. For since the creation of the world, God's invisible qualities, his eternal power and divine nature have been clearly seen, being understood from what has been made, so that people are without excuse. So if anyone comes to you saying, well, God's not real and it's all just a figment of our imagination and it's really the Big Bang, you are without excuse because you see everything. There's questions to be asked and questions that need answers. The planet, the universe itself, everything around us is so complex, to the smallest atom, to the smallest molecule. It even says God is invisible to our eyes, as I just showed you and read the verse. We can't see God, but he sees you. And you see what he has left behind. Everything, the invisible, like atoms and molecules and particles, we can't see these things, they're invisible. But yet we see the table that it makes up, right? The table in front of you is composed of atoms, particles, and molecules. It's composed of invisible things to your eye. You can't see them, but you see the table instead. And we have number 2, sense of morality. A person's sense of right and wrong and need for justice to be done or given by Jesus. These things are given by Jesus. God is the center of morality and the foundation of it. As well, he is the complete definition of what good is. If you take Jesus out of the ring of order, all you will be left with is opinions. And if only opinions, then is there really any truth? And if not truth, is it a lie? Yet if it's not a lie and not truth, then all you have is opinions. And no justice would be done. And all you would be left with is confusion. Without a core or a center to hold it all in one place, everything will spiral into chaos. Many people consider themselves to define what is good and what is right and what is wrong. They use themselves to define what is right and what is wrong, to be their own God. But as you see how that turns out, as the world goes closer and closer to that point, it will destroy itself. Let's see a little scenario here. Person A and person B. Person A and B are sitting in 2 separate chairs. Person A is near the window and person B is near the wall. Person B runs over and hits person A. Person A says, "Hey, that hurt. Why did you hit me? I didn't do anything to you. That wasn't very nice." Person B thought it may be funny, yet he starts to feel guilty for the harm he committed to person A. Person B says, "I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that." Between the 2 people, person A, knowing what person B did, was not very kind, as it shows the law written on their heart, that of what is wrong and what is right. Person B is filled with guilt of what he has done to the person A, and now he knows what he did was wrong. This shows the law written upon his heart. Some people don't believe that God is real, yet they do by nature the things written in the law, such as thou shalt not murder, thou shalt not steal, love others, etc. Yet even though they do such things, they do not believe, and thus the law is unto themselves. Romans chapter 2, verse 14 through 16. For when the Gentiles, which have not the law, do by natures the thing. In other words, they weren't given the law by like Moses. They weren't given the law. But they are. Just continue. For when the Gentiles, which have not the law, do by nature the things contained in the law, these having not the law are a law unto themselves, which show the work of the law written in their hearts, their conscience also bearing witness, and their thoughts, the meanwhile accusing or excusing one another. In the day when God shall judge the secrets of men by Jesus Christ, according to my gospel. We are judged by the secrets by Jesus Christ, according to the gospel. The death, burial, and the resurrection. Did you receive it by faith? Did you believe what Jesus Christ has done for you? No works added, not a single one. And then we also have Hebrews 10:16. This is the covenant that I will make with them After those days, saith the Lord, I will put my laws in their hearts, into their hearts, and in their minds will I write them. Do you see that God has put his laws in a person's heart, in their conscience? They know what is right from wrong. God put it there. Answer these questions. Now, I want you to answer these questions. These are simple questions that I want you to ask. Also, my friend, who I'm doing this for, you have answered your own question. You've answered these questions, and also your own question as well, with the answer you gave me, and I wrote it down here as well. And I really do hope it gives you more assurance. I said, answer these questions. Can art exist without an artist? Is a canvas left blank without a creator? A friend of mine answered his own question, and this is the answer. It depends on what you mean by art. I can look at a seashell and say, that's art, but it's not the designs that are caused by natural processes. But when it comes to the artist at his canvas, if it's done with intellect, it displays emotions, then that type of painting must be done by a being. You answered your own question. So yes, God is real. You answered your own question, my friend. You answered it. And there are many more things. The laws of nature. The laws of nature. That everything around us is so complex, even to the smallest atom. Like I said, anything to the smallest atom. This whole universe is so complex and made up of different things, such as molecules, atoms, the plants themselves. If you look deep, the cells, everything with the cells, the membranes, everything is so organized to the tiniest point, to the tiniest shred of hair on your head. Everything is organized, and God has his eyes on all of it. On all of it. And he keeps it in harmony. God has his eyes on all of it. And I will be doing another video like this, perhaps later. But I'm glad I got to do this video with you and for you. Yes. Oh goodness. But I will be back with you all later, and I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.